All the players in the 6-yard box as Talay delivers. De Vere, who's been shifted out to right back with the clearing header. Brisbane going with a back three after that substitution. With Nichols on and Mundy off. Talay holding it up well, waiting for Dahl, who took it in his stride and won another corner.
Well done. Well done. Still 20 minutes to go for the Fury. But it's almost irresistible from the team. The fighting spirit, you know, the steel of character, proving, desiring to show that they're no easy beats. They're made of stern stuff. And they can play, as the scoreboard shows. Beautiful goal, Robbie Fowler. But that was in the 7th minute, and they've been hanging on since.
Carl Dodd has gone forward. Wouldn't be fitting if he made it 2-0. Dahl's flick on. Robertson! He fluffed his chance, but Fowler's made something out of nothing. And goal kick given.
And hit the post, it must have.
He wasn't going to find a way past Reddy from the tight angle.
Thank goodness for Robbie Fowler. What about the haymaker from James Robinson? I mean, that could have been the sealer almost.
Saw his name up in lights. James Robinson just needed to connect and would have been tough to hold out. There were a lot of bodies in the road though. Here's Van Dyke. Tadros helping out. Talay nipping away. Tadros just sold Dodd short. Miller couldn't find Nichols though.
Well, here's the Fowler episode. Here's the haymaker from James Robertson. It's uglier in replay. But look at this. It's beautiful from Fowler. And it's the post that saved Brisbane's bacon.
Did he sell Liam Reddy with the eyes? He might have got past him if he'd snuck it inside that near post. Reddy was a little late going for it. Fowler just couldn't quite kill it for Dahl. McLaughlin looks up for Van Dyke. Asfield can take the safe chest mark. That's a better clearance as well. Fowler one out with more. Enrique desperately trying to keep it in.
I mean, let's just savour this. What a privilege it is to watch one of the modern era's excellent players. A nutmeg on the turn against Enrique. Mate, that could have sealed it with the right foot again. I mean, dairy farmers will grow a big following if Robbie Fowler can continue in this vein, and this team can continue in this spirit.
3 points would be a major fillip. Fowler waiting to see what Talay can do with the dead ball situation. Well read by Tadros. He tries his luck.
Well, not a lot else on offer. His right foot is not his strongest, but as he did touch the ball centre field, he realised that there was no one wide in an advanced situation. There was only Robbie Fowler forward. You say only Robbie Fowler, but he's making a run away from goal, and there are at least 3 orange shirts patrolling him. So Chris Tadros well in his rights to take the shot.
Moore just cutting inside of Dyron Dahl, but you spoke of that commitment and it was evident as Tadros went forward there. Dyron Dahl was straight back to slot in and fill in at left back position.
They have to be smart though. Just Craig Moore just cut inside Dyron Dahl way too easily. And North Queensland relieved that Moore's pass for once was a poor one. But they've got to keep cool heads. They've got to have fire in the belly and ice in the minds, North Queensland.
Here's McLaughlin getting forward. Not a bad ball either. Harmlessly out for a goal kick though. McLaughlin's putting in the yards down that left-hand side since coming on at half-time. Matthew Breeze just giving the Fury the hurry up to take this goal kick. The countdown continues for the Fury. The seconds aren't ticking over quickly enough for them. Easy for Tiato to clean up. Fury we're getting ready to inject Freddie Aegis as well. It was such a live wire off the bench last week. Cleverly won by Miller. Sucked Middleby into that challenge. Here's Nichols. Hardly had a touch since coming on.
Craig Moore down on his haunches, feeling the small of his back. A good sign for the Raw, nor for the Socceroos.
Here's Miller going to work. Dodd's head only as far as Nichols. Tiato with plenty of options forward again. Tries to use Miller. Middleby trying to let it run. Breeze says goal kick.
Well, he pushed his luck there. Robbie Middleby thought that was going to roll out, but he's a wily customer, Charlie Miller. Experienced, high-quality player, and he nearly outfoxed Robbie Middleby.
Go on!
McLaughlin easily wins the header and head of Fowler. Here's De Vere. Nichols. Well, they all let it run.
Oh dear.
Poor clearance by Middleby.
That was the one.
Miller just couldn't keep his shot down. What an opportunity.
That was the error for which Brisbane had been waiting. Middleby thundering the ball, an attempted clearance into his own man. And it sat on a nice tee for Charlie Miller. He'll be very disappointed with that. He's still shaking his head. Capable of the spectacular and the brilliant, but not on that occasion.
Malcolm goes to ground under a challenge from Dahl. Play on, says Breeze. Here's Haynaldo popping up on the left now. Trying to flight it to Nichols. Fowler loses out to his former Man City teammate in Tiato. Tiato again using Miller as the outlet. Enrique. Nichols. Malcolm. And they build a gilt-edged opportunity to find the equaliser, Brisbane. Malcolm just drives one in.
Well, change time for North Queensland. Perhaps Robbie Fowler to make way, we'll see. Some young legs for the last 10 minutes or so. It is Fowler. Another fabulous performance, really. Just delightful, some of the touches. A goal to show for it. It'll be a standing ovation for Robbie Fowler. The marquee man with the marquee goal. And now Freddie Aegis with his chance to shine. Didn't he do that off the bench? Last week in Hindmarsh, Dyron Dahl will plough the lone furrow up front. Freddie Aegis will operate down the left-hand side. A big job to do. He and Chris Tadros on the left and Robbie Middleby. James Robinson on the right. Cut off the supply lines. Chris Grossman, Ufuk Talay in the middle. Will have to work very hard.
Tug of the shirt by Griffiths on Van Dyke. The Dutchman winning the corner, but another yellow card type offence goes unpunished. Tiato across to take the corner. Clogan left free near the penalty spot. Dyron Dahl wins the header. Here's Freddie Aegis. 2 assists last week at Hindmarsh. Takes on Enrique, and that is cynical.
Well, that's got to be a yellow card if there's any consistency. Enrique was the player who drew Paul Kohler in twice for a couple of yellows, and he was beaten on halfway by Freddie Aegis. A good first touch. Very exciting prospect, Aegis, make no mistake. Little drop of the hips. It's a beautiful in and away from Aegis, of exactly the type that Enrique himself would be proud.
Dodd searching for Dahl. Malcolm hooks it clear. Van Dijk and Heynaldo combining nicely, but showed too much of it to Middleby. And Middleby's then caught by the Dutchman. Robinson not happy with the follow-through on the veteran right-back.
Well, you know, Robbie Middleby can look after himself. He read that situation beautifully. It was good defending by Robbie Middleby. I'd suggest James Robinson overreacted, but perhaps he's trying to force the referee's hand here.
Heynaldo, it is, shown the yellow card. Justin Pasfield came all the way from his goal to get involved.
And James Robinson's got exactly what he was after, Brenton. Exactly what he was after. Making a situation out of something where there probably wasn't one. Here's the challenge. Great work, great experience, Middleby. Van Dijk, late as it was, entitled to go for the ball. There's a bit of verbal here from James Robinson, just pouring a little bit of petrol on the situation. And the Brisbane players bit sufficiently for Matthew Breeze to award a yellow card. Well, if you reckon Ian Ferguson has been doing it tough for the last 50 minutes, he's entering into that moment where it's the oh-so-close territory again. He thought he had 3 points in the bag at Hindmarsh last week. He's got 3 in his pocket so far tonight. It's been a rousing performance by his Chargers.
McLaughlin, Van Dijk, Heynaldo, deflection! Well, groans around Dairy Farmers Stadium. The equaliser has finally come. Pasfield is beaten. It's 1-1.
It's a deflection off Mitch Nichols too. What a cruel game football can be. It took a deflection to beat this North Queensland defence and to get Brisbane a share of the spoils, and with time now still to ram home the advantage. But the clustered defence for once let the men in green down. McLaughlin threading the ball into the traffic. They've got the numbers. They're working hard. It's a speculator from Van Dijk, and it's a deflection off Mitch Nichols. And it's the oh-so-close period again for North Queensland. They've been good enough to get something more. Have they got the energy?
Robinson. Not a bad delivery. Grossman, it was arriving. Nichols went to ground, no free kick. Tadros dropping the shoulder. Good ball to the back post. Here's Middleby.
Oh, good save.
Matthew Breeze debating whether it was a corner or not, and he does give the corner. But was it offside when the ball came off Nichols for the deflection? Fury fans will be crying about it.
Well,
we're going to have a look at this
Here's
first.
the last effort. Well, Liam Reddy appealed for a goal kick, and normally a goalkeeper wants to take the credit. I thought he got his fingers to that. Nevertheless, they get a corner, the Fury.
Talley, Reddy,
Strong.
good take.
Needed to be. Excellent work, Liam Reddy.
I did mention, was Nichols offside for that goal? I'll have a quick look at it here.
He's onside.
He's onside, he's okay. Just. Cruel on the Fury, but now the Raw will fancy all 3 points. 4 minutes plus stoppage time remaining here at Dairy Farmers. Miller. Lovely touch to De Vere. And the assistant awarding the free kick against Tadros. De Vere wasn't sure he had one.